Now the Falcon is there. It is not in any maintenance. It is parked here, right here in Ghana, certified airworthy. Say you will not use it. You have even gone to buy another aircraft. That aircraft, another presidential jet. You didn't even buy anything different. They bought the same Falcon.
Presidential jet has broken down a number of times. And indeed, I can reveal to you freely that the communications squadron of the Ghana Air Force have written to government indicating that the frequent breakdown of the presidential jet raises safety issues, it raises cost issues, it raises issues of reliability.
Billian, a businessman, Ibrahim Maham.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for the time.
African countries with investments. Yeah.
But the issue is that move be obey mekibia, not yet the linke politics, didn't you present in Unya?
Aye, Omuya, Ibrahim Mahama, Obinya Bia, and Yenya Ibrahim Mahama for bed 10 po Ghana ha, Kebedenya Miasi.
Ibrahim Mahama a oya obra oya Ghana neutral tax for Ghana. Senka will be a private jet rentals. Empo and anka oko rent private jets now the 2 kwan. And I would no with taxpayers' money. In Kawonya bonnet. It's an Ibrahim Mahama or Ghana neutral tax for Ghana.
Ye Juma to me, a president to me updating home computers in ye Juma. Ain't any paper someone tears the identity of John Mahama go in your plane. Now you see, sometimes any refill, Makacha Ghana for Mukai. This is Gabi Ochredako. This is Bumpty. This is the president of Trinidad and Tobago and Okuchichi Ado. Say this was when the Kufuor was president. Maybe it can be actually.
Movies have added in the MP before Edra. Said John Mahama, the president of the land, as you near Ibrahim Mahama in the private jet. Added here. President John Dramani Mahama, the South Korea visited here at the Ntokwana Ghana. Even though all about investors na Keba. The MP before say omuni about adaji omuni 23 months. Omuni time. Omuni try investors asem. Edi omuni the entire John Dramani Mahama is excellency the president. Edi niya Ibrahim Mahama. The private jet. Emom the 2 kwan ko South Korea. Sa new private jet na wakotono. South Korea. Anna, or they call Eko PMO. Almost is a hypocrisy on the part of the government. When Omuka send another spending $15,000 per hour, I currently a friend is a private jet. And the man is so jare a flight. Now, Omuntia say, why? I didn't know it. So the question is flowing left, right, center. MP before ni complaining. And on person me as Ghanaians, you find a reason to also complain.
The NDC did reckless politics with presidential travels. I maintain the view and the posture that whenever the president is traveling, President Mahama, President Kufuor, President Kufuor, President Tamel's future president, whoever is the president of the republic, when they are President Kweku, whenever President Kweku Asante, I just want to be a bishop. Anytime a president is traveling, their safety is paramount. Whether it is rented, whether it is state-owned aircraft, whether it is privately chartered, the safety must be number one. That must be what we should look at. But let's bring it into context. Number one, you claim that you have a Dassault Falcon that is in pristine condition. Why are you not using it? Because it is available. President Kufuor was expected to use it all the time, even when it was in repairs and was at repairs for maintenance for months, and he needed to go on privately chartered aircraft. They got a big problem with it. They bastardize him and use it, weaponize it for campaign gains. Now the Falcon is there. It is not in any maintenance. It is parked here, right here in Ghana, certified airworthy. Say you will not use it. You have even gone to buy another aircraft. That aircraft, another presidential jet. You didn't even buy anything different. They bought the same Falcon, a newer version of Falcon, as small as the existing Falcon. So they are going to have 2 Falcon. We are telling them that if they should sell this one, if that the new one is what they are interested in, then they should sell.
Now, my question is, Sir President John Dramani Mahama Ninyo Ibrahim Mahama. The private jet here since obey president. Now what I say oh you I kasa de and the man go for the presidential jet. Or they go to France and they break it down. And what he and certified commercial flights. Your president no. You are risking a life to the extent to say you manufacture commercial flight. Now, Iran for president are not seen on one flight plus fighter jet to crack and honor. I tell you what Daniel Kusu, our fighter jet now whom you're firing. Omo prime minister Chapa near ya blasting. Well, who? Best in there, ya no. And no Israel for Yantoka. Your president have been very vocal these days to understand say almost all African leaders eulogize no. Modern to war front. So only him na Africa yen liberate here. For whatever he is starting today, also free army in April. Gold board or say money refining your gold with the Gold Coast refinery, and then Malawi air joining the same level, and then Senegal episode join the same level. What I say, certain ideas be our African leaders in the moon. And will risk his life. So on for commercial flight. Meanwhile, Nebra got a private jet for Raba. What donated old one no so any air ambulance and from Ghana. And on the Manchester oh Mankasa. 102 said to 2 the second. Ever on the private jet no man who's an amokasa. Now, the president after on one new flight a jet, Eddie to Kwankoye a national duty, national assignment, urban or the investors or say Eddie visa waiver for Ghana and South Korea, SA maritime security, LPG vessel, technology. Way in it, you know, and yet important to discuss, but rather add the engine of in your private jets. Abra Ghana Sunibi. They want and yet fit for purpose. Then the message is, I say a kind of same thing. And Amuka say, they be, and you can say, oh, hi. Then you say, instead of saying, Kaobatono, mobile budget, number Tobieno. Why did you use 15,000 per hour in traveling every single time? One anchor that amount of money, a bit much maybe 1/3 or 1/4 of the money you bet in that new one. Now we have procured for a new one. It's coming. Say bedu na be to John Mahama. And I say to John Mahama. But afibo every president say bo me neighbor. Say one neighbor. I don't know about the issue. Yet you still have something to complain about. And then na mo person asem Ghana. Abra asem si here. Asem ni fie ba mo person mo force ya. Na asem ba fie. Me say munjai this kind of politics. And why the papa no koya ya no ehu hia jet no so offer the free. The only cost I got in area the fuel money and the landing money. Now nebra no the philanthropic work asun Ghana for so no and those too much grass obeka say ono anua something offer a driving no ono emom na obeka say oni over Ghana private jet Ghana funcheka. Felix Ofosu Kwakye a government communication officer. Attorney boss was this jandam no MP for munyai. Mo ended this jandam no tentem. Now the first person they be assembly ba obetu na no tintin no kan tentem pa. Team for you.
Presidential jet has broken down a number of times. And indeed I can reveal to you freely that the communications squadron of the Ghana Air Force have written to government indicating that the frequent breakdown of the presidential jet raises safety issues, it raises cost issues, it raises issues of reliability, and affects operational efficiency. So they recommend to government to purchase a new one together with other aircraft for the Ghana Air Force. A new presidential jet is being procured. Now, in between the time that this aircraft has its procurement processes started and its delivery, the president needs to travel. The president says that, no, I have a brother who has an aircraft. So rather than taking the taxpayers' money to go and pay $18,000 an hour like President Akufo-Addo was doing, I will use my brother's jet so that it saves the taxpayers some money in the interim, pending the arrival of this aircraft. It pays for fuel. The pilots who pilot that aircraft are retained by his brother because they are in his employ. So he doesn't have to pay for that. Maybe there are landing charges that he may pay in the country that he goes. The state will bear that. Okay. But we don't rent the aircraft because the president charges that he may pay in the country that he goes. The state will bear that. How can any minority group say that they are worried because the president of Ghana is saving us money? How is that a problem?
Yeah, Need to FCBA and Astor Nanado rent for 15,000 per hour. Yeah, FCBA and a copy of France as I break it down. The same way our helicopter was in the bad shape, I want to mean country. I ended by killing 8 people, including our defense minister. After the embassy to President Nangasana, sending your private jet to her, that's a better on fire. Felix Ofosu Kwakye at him. Was it Mona Mokasa Semano? Either some my boy for and I'm on Ghana ye because it's limiting Ghana your cost. I remember. Because this is the only president in the 4th Republic. Oh, but yeah. Apart from so all you just system ministers, no. Or making sure say every spending there will be accountability. Si kabia any sector spend biano, who have a church material. The reason why I creative value for money office. Now and then just young award contract mo bia keke. I say whom sika odie, aduma oye. The man who have made sure say the spending and go yo said that the previous government yeah ewie ne ebre no. The IMF that we were supposed to take a long while to break out of it. Because of prudent management, when the finance minister at to force in tea, and then 1st April, Ghana, every IMF deal. So if he find it wise, so on you 15,000, 18,000, and current private jets. Name of no or the before the were traded full fee, and or trade landing money. And no, so what's our problem? Different. Scientific for you, I say President John Mahama. Okay, Ababedu Ghana. I go flight me. Tiango investigate a cast on my bois. Udani your departure. Visit as if when President Mahama was in an Emirates flight, a commercial flight to Japan. I don't be trying to trust Ghana for say offer private jet $18,000 per hour. You know so what. Or a truffle. And then Tim for Joe Catcher said, I'm going to use the fixed private jet of the president. Eh? Yeah. Momo Binanga, young shed of him say, because they can't say Dimatia, a bad type. Now, according to a chef and presenter, Anna Nwatipa. Were brutal. Also, Ibrahim Mahama was rich even before his brother became president. But we also saw Gabi before Nana Dankwa became president.
Bakojo, ade ya okay on a brilliant suggestion. But my observer DB, especially President Mahama Bayer. Billian a businessman, Ibrahim Mahama. Yeah, no, for the time
African countries or investments. Yeah.
But the issue is that move bi obemeki bia na ye de link politics e ni president Ronya sa
aye omuya Ibrahim Mahama obinya bia en yenya Ibrahim Mahama for be 10 mpo Ghana ha ke be da nyame ase
tena bibia na ye de link
aye omuya Ibrahim Mahama se kwado mpeso mu compare to Gabi no ni sika o ye mu bia na enim Gabi showtime ni Gabi no na Gabi ni sika. Gabi was not rich. No way editor for Statesman in Atifo. He was not. Let's be honest. Ibrahim Mahama ne share John Mahama on the bank crime. Ibrahim Mahama nye sika no. Na latter day sinful we no. Omunyambai.
Anti onya skada president Mahama kwa me president.
Me say Kofuo ba no.
Oh okay.
Kofuo. Ibrahim Mahama nye sika no. Na nye JJ ta na Ibrahim Mahama won sika dada.
And we see what you.
Ibrahim Mahama ana tete John Mahama.
But yet the bia na ye pese de question.
MPP for the Gabi ye ya ne ho ye hi no. What you say?
Okay.
And now, one more person will create unnecessary tension.
Okay, so that's what. And
that is what I mean. Some of these things is funny. These people. So when you Ibrahim Mahama one day, woman we did social media na be did. And here for na it's hard did no. And here for no.
Kere Japan ka ohia no obi dey create.
See, I'm telling you, say, who do certain level and na na ye did. There are certain people you need to pray for them, and confirm me bomb pie ma wo. Pa question the be bomb pie say abambi to Mahama M1 no manom fasa adwene no.
Eh obi o create nyuma.
Over 300 jobs. Pa question me bomb pie say do agongo. Me bomb pie money pa. UT Bank question despite mu. Me bomb pie mo because this share question question ama ye mu bi ya didi saa o. Washe ya 5 years o. Washe oguso chew. Send the number of people. Sani pano. We pray and make sure say Yankopon be born ho by.
Nya buy na share.
And ya buy it we are buying you support them to grow. You don't cripple them
with taxes, eh?
Not only taxes, with politics.
Okay.
Share edru maybe mi papa Kere Japan. You be Ibrahim, you be say Oba be mo afedru be bo se masa me na me kan ye bat me boa. Osafuma for call Jata Cement who say let's protect Jata Cement.
Wow.
Nanti Ibrahim Mahama, he helped a lot of people. Wafa Ghana for you not MPP ni NDC. Now no chana ko for person create tension between one ne yewra. But when him the relationship what you try now cancel because of politics. And potu fasem and on in a share and ma nkofo didi you don't know Ibrahim Mahama unnim nipa yen kan ho asem mimi sha ne da I don't know him but you read people and you pray for those people me won nkofo bia me bompai mo ka ho
Ibrahim Mahama is an asset to this country
me say de bia me bo oka me altar ho me bompai these are the people I say God protect them give them long life because you need because me a giver. I want to be like Ibrahim Mahama someday. I want to be in that level where I'll be able to change. Many system. That is always my prayers.
Well, to some people, most belongs to the MPP. On social media, running commentary. Say, imagine say Gabi was dako. Ananka or private jet ayanka unibi. Onisika or the better private jet nibi. Or let's say be a nebra by here. And then the S Omoye, Jobet Matobi. But no only say Owobia, Ananka or the man and Adwa, and Ghana for your better name. I'm saying, you people, as a more short memory now, Paul. Are you forgetting, say, the criticism on Anado, the $15,000 per hour, no, debt or renting. It was not because of the 15,000 per hour, no. It was the state of the economy. And you woman. It was the number of scandals. Ayatiana month for this. This is the past kind of money and a month for area. Sikana a G rumor. Send a good politics muno. The contracts are no more saya. Na so sourcing. Nebana na odi ambulance friend saying spare parts man say $38 million ofan koye no eno na share before say no we know you people are overspending spending recklessly so we take that 15,000 per hour as part of that reckless spending because you cannot run the economy down and still be living like as an Arabian king say officer cannot manage the economy. Said the first year of John Dramani Mahama, and Ghanaians, and the problem is that your president will be in a safe place. Because you mistake. That's what Yana for Sama, not Oko Frima. I can't remember as a nation. A bedos are chairs 15,000 per hour. Now, or the aircon. So, Quebec prefer, say, was a canimum. But the truth in this, na papa na run economy down na national cathedral mina ya to sekagum we had a reason for complaining and when watch them say hey wa won one pa ma someone like Ibrahim Mahama obi ajata cement oye nanana do pencil eno ma me kasa no only the private jet that abra na bra 2016 o me president ma me kasa sa new private jet or in 2024 now the time ma me kasa or 24 to the second you the private jet ma me kasa any bra enkwa ko isu ya say conflict of interest conflict de na ubi say one now dia na do ba na yema na o man sa ambulance spare parts deal no dia o man tem na 3 man de ko ye ensunam restaurant no dia no yema ama ye hu say wa yema na do ezi say Mahama beso ogbo ni nwa Ibrahim Mahama so true mo ka tell say ohia say ni nwa be man private jet emo ni atuko ase na ogbo ano so okaso be wie gane sika ma no obitima ye we da say ni nwa ni ye hwe ama no ayam mensu eti kakra bibia ya agenda oh Ghana everything na agenda sometimes let's dead agenda na Kofi Gabs say na do 15,000 mangasa Mahama de ana mo be dede mon go are you mon come on to
Greetings, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of Ghana. Ibrahim Mahama oya obra oya Ghana neutral tax for Ghana. Senka will be a private jet rentals. Empo and anka oko rente private jets now the 2 kwan. And I would no with taxpayers' money. Nka wonye bone. Isan say Ibrahim Mahama oya Ghana neutral tax for Ghana. Nti Ghana besenya sumfa so senka rente jet no no. We want rent you. Or you wouldn't your family. Ni new jet awato. Or say, we any anti for 2 coin officially. Magana to fu keke. Minorities so monti asia. What sumasi embe explaining chrom. One penny man is a mistake in the mpacho. So ufi korea where bushnya jeto. Sanko 1 week holiday crowd call. You can say Bahamas are now call. Hawaii. Send and say St. Kitts and Nevis as a Nevis then the Prime Minister Besra. Who pass on corn for crown or more nice beaches, not quite chilly. Not traffic checks. Near cheers to life. I could find a rented jet or private company so. I know trap per hour 15,000, 14,000. And no quite costing Ghana taxpayers. Almost Momo Bianca. And I owe the brad dear. I want renty. Fu akeka na auto no omo ye didi won and I also explain menye bi da. Ja omo mama wa me handle mama. Mpacho ufi Korea. Kopen nice beach bi. Na mo mbo volley. Na mo nom cocktail. We are sending pictures me post to. Near your cheers to life. Na life dead. What bread? What bread? Inti you want it? Menfi minority what it? Men explanation trouble. Me that's it. Eju and zaza and every family and ejo. But kick the 38.
Adenti ana a Ghanaian wake up. A look at said John Dramani Mahama. Ninya Ibrahim Mahama the private jet or the 2 go South Korea on official duty. Obano or the visa waiver every South Korea ba. Obano or your maritime security. I be bomo yensu so security aye tight. Na say kai say ya bande the importation of a lot of products on land. I be for sea. I be for sea no akromfo ne be divert fa ho. South Korea every provider with maritime security. Yet, these MPP folks don't want us to talk about that. But younger president say what in your private jet. Not full sikam kwa any land is sikam kwa and otria. Not one for 15,000 anchor jet no. Eno any yomo. Papa ni bano technological advancement or the baby we Ghana with AI. amana boy Ghana your youth and your technology sem and also omo be say be kan ho asem the LPG vessel na we create and friends West African gas Ghana, Nigeria and then South Korea enunti abuama Ghana your gas level are increasing omo be say be kan ho asem. We shouldn't talk about the good things that have happened to Ghana because we should private jet. In fact, Senebra crowd rent Maya. Now it makes sense. Look at the investors' investment, the benefit that we are going to get for South Korea. We used to see a president travel. Obeba no na ebusu no kobo bai. Na yenye obi okọ na the investors na eba. Osi enka debi. Chama mumfanso. Why? Ai mumfanso. Se papa no ehun yamwa. Na bone no kwa na mo pa mumfanso.
Ye juma utumi president utumi update ho computers ni ye juma. Enti ni pe bi se omonti ase adentina John Mahama ko for the new plane. Now you see sometimes you know ani refill makacha mo gara for mukai. This is Gabi Ochredako. This is Bumpty. This is the president of Trinidad and Tobago and eye Okuchichi Ado ona say. This was when Akufo-Addo was president. The president went on an official trip to Trinidad and Tobago. Kwasiafo na obuku social media ka say if Gabi Ochredako had a private jet and no. This is when President Akufo-Addo was president. He traveled from Ghana with the taxpayers' money. He put his brother on a flight. He put Gabi Ochredako on a flight and their wives and girlfriends. Went on an official visit. Went to meet the Trinidad and Tobago president. And then during the meeting, the defense minister was sacked from the room. The ministers who were supposed to be in charge of the meeting, the foreign affairs minister, they were sacked from the room. It was left with only Gabi. What was Gabi's role? This was not even dangerous. Problem not there. You are calling Jesus. Mo problem is say, yes, John Dramani Mahama airco South Korea. Unim how many hours out to free Ghana? Ubedu South Korea. It's on for Falcon enko. Nobody is saying Falcon enyejumo, but you cannot trust the Falcon because of its consistent breakdown. Security risk involved in with the Falcon. I feel Yankobia budget or budgets a parliament to say you better plane for. The government is in the process of buying a new plane. Now, the reason why the government is buying a new plane for every president or baby to use it is because the government, even though we are saying this plane, Falcon, it is road or flyworthy, the president and the government cannot trust it. It is a trust because any one time Falcon break it down consistently. Falcon break it down. So the president doesn't want to make a mistake. If you want the president to fly the Falcon in the country, it is safe. But to tell me, say, President Enkotina Falcon now, we cannot trust him. Falcon now, every day, it will be breaking down in the sky, no? I brought the president's brother. The president's brother has a plane that is modern. The only thing that the country is doing, few on there better go Falcon, no? Sa few on there go a modern plane. What do you say to us? I want to say, oh, bottom. President Mahama obejusika. Obi aba report so akwo document say President Mahama rent jet. MPP mu ya moa mo maame. Obedwa. Petro na ye to egu fa akonim na ye nya nto no. Ene na ye egu Ibrahim Mahama plane. Ibrahim Mahama ni plane na otumfo se tutu. Eri tu kwai kwa abrochi kohwe ne ho yare. Adentina otumfo se tutu. Etu eye Ibrahim Mahama plane. Eri kwa abrochi kohwe ne ho yare a. Enkwasiafo mo nka se ye nche otumfo ntum. Adentra na so otumfo ye nyina na oya santeman hene gold nyina hye na ase adentin nka so otumfo gold tiempene. The president's brother has a plane as we wait for the presidential jet to be ready, I will advise the president to be using the president's brother's flights. They should buy petrol, fuel, whatever and put inside. It is better than a president going to rent a jet. Kwasiampe ya na nka form. Yadine dua di kwesi fridge so on to ntamo ka kire say ohia jet obedware wom. Today you are telling us say a Ghanaian has a flight, he has a plane A president ni nua de anti because it belongs to Ibrahim Mahama anti. President Mahama enkofu nkukobuoru no nkowu kwasiafo eduru muso a na makofo akowu. Me say mon twain ba o me be di president a na say 2041 oba no be di president a na ye de fa kon ni besi wa twen no oba no abetu eno de kwasiafo mimi nua o plane ya papa chen Ghana plane no etumi tu kwan papa safety ni ye better chen Ghana plane no na me mpese matam Ghana sika ko rent private jet me say mimi nua no fa o plane ma me na petrol na meto egu nkukobuodum no ma me ntongu plane mu fa nko a mote Ghana say what problem ma bodam yetumi tina Ghana na ekufo de two plane no akọ Spain wakọhwe match no aba kwasiampanyi otumi for private jet no akọhwe Tottenham match no aba na enkwasiafo you tell yourself you are intellectuals, you are reasonable, you have been to school in some of you people will be dying na mo ba be wu a ye the plane ya bi na be fama kwa abrochi akọhwe mo. The stupidity of a black man na me de mo lucky kra na me ne John Mahama anka Ibrahim Mahama plane come me picture be bo ho. Yes, the also ya kotere no ombra me gan se me wan me picture mo ye lucky crazy kwasiafo mo rented jet $17,000 every 60 minutes for how many months? Ya catch him say adentina mo rented jet mo ka say ye kwasiafo John Mahama ko rented jet o ni nua dia ena ni nua ne do ne bra na say me mpesa kwa kofu nkukobuo na kowu because that far corner is one even though almost my repair you cannot trust it. So I have a plane. I'm also a Ghanaian. I'm a taxpayer. I love my nation. I did not go to the military, but I can also serve. So take my plane. Use the petrol now to be good for economy. Nafa go wemu, nafa kobra. Na kwasi afo John Mahama call Korea no. Nebusi afo meeting no kwa na Ghana for meeting no kwa ye. You are foolish people in Ghana. Mo MPP for muni munyansa. You are foolish people. Meteya, the stupid piglets in parliament calling themselves minority. President Mahama has broken the code. Me say, so we break the code now. Aya na mu be djuma munja mu V8 ni sifie na momfa trotrombra afenyo ma kene ne nkwasiafo. You are talking about breaking the code. Say mu be djuma aya momfa trotro na munja mu V8 ni sifie. Ade na munyina mo pa V8 atene ma be djuma MPs kwasiafo because you want safety. You want to live. Na obi oya president na nkofa nkukobuo meboa. At this point when there's no problem you don't call Jesus. Petro na yedi gba begu fa akonu ene de gu John Ibrahim Mahama play nim no. The onti asie no onko Hamas and I say Hamas. No go Petro mra. Me say Petro de begu nkukobuo na mo friend fa akonu mu no. Eno na yedi egu eye Ibrahim Mahama play nim. Ibrahim Mahama the play na che o say yemfa nko. It is why also want to once and call Hamas and Hamas. Neko fa Petro bra. Na wa also very good play mu kwasiafo munim de ye. John Mahama, with all due respect, replace the jata with your face. I don't know so you be as a usro. Nyaminim na me di president. Nyaminim na nka we amikwei na mafa ketefo no mugum. Ai kete na mafa ketefo na makobalo bamboy makofa entafo no musagonya san no musugum nipa 13 intimi duru bebia na ye failure no mosi
movie say adentina MPP for na adwa said John Mahama the president of the land esu ninia Ibrahim Mahama the private jet adentia what is the actual reason jealousy. And I say, let's compare. And I say, tit for tat. And I say, they are looking for scandal. Catch them. Oh, comment section. I say, who are subscribing, like it. Na shema unyaso, enyabi ehe. Edino eba kupe Maxi Billian. I will naked truth with Oldboga trends. Makarao, bye bye.